There we go. Scent of the day. Oldie but a goodie. Versace Man. Versace Man. This is a wonderful, wonderful tobacco fragrance. I don't have to tell you too much of it, too much about it. We're just jumping right in. I'm Jonathan. You're you. Let's get it. Let's get it on. Coffee of the day. This is Wawa coffee. If you know, you know. It's kind of a regional thing, but my dad had some shipped in, and so that's what we're drinking. It's a nice treat. I hope everybody's doing well. Got a lot to get through, so we're just gonna forge right ahead. I'm gonna show you a couple of things that I've been wearing for the last couple of days, and then we'll dive right into clearing the deck. I want to clear the deck of the things that I've gotten over the last 6, 7 months, so that we can start making other videos besides haul videos. So, all right, let's get right to it. Wore this the other day, which is a killer. Some people love this house. Some people hate this house. I do not care what some people like or don't like. This is a killer fragrance. This is Naxos by Xerjoff, and this is the vintage. This is the older presentation. Boozy, beautiful, boozy, um, spicy tobacco. This is a killer. This is a killer. Um, I don't know what the modern Xerjoff Naxos smells like, but that's a beauty right there. Um, Kind of in the same ballpark. I wore this the other day. This is a Scada Pour Homme, and I've got both the vintage and the modern. Really kind of in the same ballpark. It's not so much tobacco as it is just boozy and spicy, aromatic, ambery kind of. Escada Pour Homme, can't go wrong with that. And to right in line with that, I wore this day before yesterday, maybe. This is from the House of Zaharov, not from its modern line, but from its original line. This is from 1999, and this is Zaharov Pour Homme. Really kind of akin to Escada. It's herbal and spicy, boozy and ambery. This is unique. This is not. This is definitely not like anything that was being put out in '99, and it's a gem. I ration myself out a couple of sprays every now and again. I don't want to be without it. It's a really phenomenal fragrance. Uh, what else? Some things you may be familiar with, so I don't even have to go to Profumo. Lolita Lampica, Bal Masculine. This is wonderful, and I'm just anise and licorice and aromatic. It's a great wear on a cool spring day. I'd like to I'd like to check out the. I've been meaning to check out the flankers to this. There's an oud flanker to this, or there's definitely a darker night version of this in the line that I want to check out. I know there's a EDP or an EDP Extreme or whatever it is, but there's another one. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head, but there's a couple of these flankers I'd like to check out. I don't know why I'm telling you that, but there it is. I'm just sharing my thoughts. Wore this. Kind of a simple wear. This is something you pull out if you just want to smell good. Ginger and citruses, and this is L'Homme Ultime by Yves Saint Laurent. And I it it's just one of those fragrances that just smells fresh and clean and citrusy and gingery. Yeah, good fragrance. This one's kind of off the beaten path. Um, Kind of a blue fragrance, but kind of not. It's might even look it up just to give you an idea. This is, I don't know if anybody's ever heard of this, but I stumbled onto it. A friend of mine put me onto it and gave me a good price for it. So, John Richmond Black Metal Man. Has anybody ever heard of this before? And it's kind of a cool bottle. Before he turned me onto it, I had never heard of it. Let's go to Parfumo and look it up because it's kind of interesting. John. I hope you guys don't mind me doing this. Richmond, Richmd. Okay, here we go. Black Metal Man was released in 2022. Orange, bergamot, cardamom. A lot of cardamom in the top. Rose, iris, and violet in the middle. Nice floral combination. Darker floral combination in the mid. Patchouli, amber, and leather. Mylene Allran. Interesting. This is an interesting, dark, spicy, resinous, kind of a blue fragrance. I mean, for lack of a better descriptor. Yeah, John Richmond, Black Metal Man. So that's that from what I've been wearing recently. And so let's just dive in. One thing I've kind of been testing and I really have to look into. Brione's been putting out a lot of stuff recently, but I got kind of turned on to this earlier Brioni release, and it's called Brioni Extra Intense. It's just a decant, but this stuff is freaking phenomenal. I want to go and I want to like read these notes because they're just amazing. This release was done. This was released in 2015. This is the Extra Intense, but there's also, I think, an EDT and an EDP, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so, okay, listen to this note breakdown. Lavender, nutmeg, Sicilian lemon, and violet in the top. Cedarwood, cognac, magnolia, and saffron in the mid. Ambergris, cashmere wood, frankincense, oud, sandalwood, and tonka bean. This stuff is phenomenal. I just sourced a bottle of the EDT or the EDP. This extra is going for crazy money, so there's no hopes of me finding a bottle of this out in the wild. But this stuff is a knockout. This early Brioni. If you guys, anybody out there looking for something new to chase after. Okay, we got all that stuff out of the way. Let's spice it right here. Some of the newer stuff I've gotten in, kind of simple stuff. I got actually most of these hauls were all kind of cheapies. In my attempt to collect the House of Aramis incomplete. I've gotten this one, and I'm always looking for stuff I've never heard of or, rare stuff. This is called Surface by Aramis. It's kind of a simple fragrance, very simple. Cucumber and mint. And it's got a little bit of a creamy sandalwood in the base, a little bit of a woody, creamy sandalwood, but light, juicy, airy mint and cucumber. Surface. Has anybody ever heard of this? Before I saw it, I'd never heard of it either. What else? I got a flanker of one of my favorite fragrances from yesteryear, and this is Fierce Icon. And if you just want to smell good, you just want a date night fragrance, any of the Fierce line will do. This is Icon. It's really nice. It's a darker version of the original Fierce. It's like a cardamom-y, spicy version of Fierce. Okay, what else? Let's see. This is an older an older Dunhill that I've got on my list. I have a few others on my list, but this one I got at a really good price. This is Dunhill London Cologne. This was released in 1972, I want to say. Um, I'm going to look it up right now. Yeah, here it is. 1972, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, 73, pardon me. Um, yeah, it's just a spicy, resinous, leathery green. There's no notes to even speak of, but this is a really very interesting fragrance from Dunhill. Um, kind of cool old packaging. Really very cool. London. There's a few of these in this exact bottle that I've been after for a long time. One of them is called lavender, something lavender, and the other one is called oh, it's got a cool little emblem on top. The other one is called Burgundy, if I'm not mistaken, and then there's London. They're all done in the, I want to say, late '60s, early '70s. This has got um, this is a it starts off as a it starts off bright with spiciness, but then it just descends into a spicy resinous tobacco. Dunhill is all about tobacco, which is what Dunhill does. But this was an awesome little pickup, and you can tell how like frail and fragile this box is. It's crazy, right? I don't know if anybody cares to see the rest of it. It says 50 cc's down there. Isn't that weird? 50 cc's, 50 mil. I guess it's the same thing. Okay, this is another one. This is one of three of the pour homes released by Omar Sharif. I have one called, what's it called? Conviction. No, Conviction? I think it's called Conviction. Conviction, or I'll look it up in a second. But this one is called Omar Sharif Pour Homme. Just for anybody that cares to see the box. I like seeing this kind of stuff when I'm watching other people. Um, this is one I've had my eye on for a long time. There's there's the one that I have. The other one is I want to say Conviction or Contradiction, or forgive me. Um, Omar Sharif Pour Homme is really very nice. It was released in '92. It's not a super old fragrance. '92, right? Aldehydes. Here's the bottle. The bottle is cool as hell. Um, very cool. It's got this like leathery kind of piece there. Really very nice. Aldehydes: artemisia, basil, bergamot, green notes, lemon, thyme, cypress, carnation, geranium, jasmine, and rose. The base is where it's at. Amber, castoreum, labdanum, leather, moss, patchouli, tonka bean, and vetiver. Really good. Really good stuff. And this one hasn't lost a bit, hasn't lost anything off the top. It's really very nice. As far as that other one, let me look at that other one that I want to. Conviction, I was right. Conviction for Men from 1999. That's a really good fragrance. I have that back here. And there's one other masculine release from the house. It's called Ignis, Ignis, and that's from '94. I guess that was put out a couple of years after. This one, this Omar Sharif Pour Homme. I can't get it to pull up for some reason. Oh, here we go. Yeah, 1994. Citrus, spicy, fruity, fresh, geranium, coriander, galbanum, grapefruit, clove, rose, artemisia, lavender, amber, leather, musk, oak moss, patchouli, and sandalwood. I love these obscure, like, just off the beaten track, you know, celebrity fragrances nobody's ever heard of. This kind of stuff. This is my groove right here. Um, Sorry if this is not as exciting to some people, but this is where I'm at. I'm a nerd. Um, okay, let's get back on track here. Put this back here. I'm gonna wear this one of these days this week. Okay, where are we at? All right, this is something I've had a decant of forever and a day. This is called. It's pretty glary. This is Amar Oud's Oud After Dark. This is really very nice. I've had my eye on this forever. Like I said, I still have the decant up here somewhere with a couple of drops left in it. Um, and nice velvety bag rather. Great bottle. And it's really very nice. I like it a lot. If I were to make a slight complaint about it, it is sweet up front. Before it dries down, it's on the sweet side. It was released in 2017. Let's see. Apricot, carnation, osmanthus, pepper, and saffron up top. It's an interesting combination, but it comes screaming out of the bottle on the sweet side. The mid is oud, frankincense, plum, which I love, suede, and rose. Amber, ebony, musk, tobacco, and vanilla in the base. Once that top sweetness, that I guess it's apricot, maybe the osmanthus, kind of really sweet up top. But once that dries down, this is a killer. The sillage, the sillage of this fragrance is really kind of nice. This is good in cold weather, and I did kind of get it back in the winter, December sometime, maybe even earlier. So, okay, what else? We've got a lot to get through. I hope you guys don't mind hanging out with me and going through some of this stuff because I really do want to clear the deck on this stuff and get on to some other content. Okay, I've shown this a few times, but it's kind of part of these hauls. This is from the House of Guerlain. This is Iris Terefi, and this is a phenomenal iris and coffee fragrance. I love it. I love it. Look at that dent. I put that dent in there. That dent wasn't there before. Um, yeah, I love this stuff. Iris Terefi, 2020. I thought this was a little bit older. I guess not. Cardamom, bergamot, and coffee. Iris pallida, concrete, ambrette, opoponax, sandalwood, and vanilla. Delphine Jelk. She did something here. This is nice. This is freaking nice. If you don't know about Iris Terefi, I'm here to tell you. This is good stuff. Again, another cold weather fragrance. Although I'd rock it on a cool spring day. Okay. This is another good fragrance, kind of in that same ballpark as Amar Oud's Oud After Dark, and this is Calumet. This is I want to say it's the original Calumet. It's kind of an odd packaging. I want to say it's the original Calumet. I don't think this is Calumet Black. I think this is the original Calumet. Comes in this case here. Nice bottle too. Nice heavy bottle. It's got kind of a cool setup, cool design. It's kind of textured. Put this up to the side. Yeah, it's kind of in the same ballpark as the uh, Oud After Dark. Um, where is it? Where is it? Did I even? Oh, here it is. Calumet. Arabian Oud. What did I say? Did I say? Yeah, Arabian Oud. By this is Arabian Oud. The other one was Amarud. Okay, starting to cross my wires. This was released. It doesn't say. Doesn't say when this was released. Okay. The top has an interesting frankincense and basil opening, which is really kind of curious. The vanilla in the mid is what is kind of the heartbeat of this fragrance. A little on the sweet side, but the amber, the the oud in the base, whatever that oud is, I don't know, but the frankincense and the oud kind of balance out that vanilla, and that basil puts a curious kind of twist, green twist on the fragrance, kind of in the same way that uh, Amouage's what is it? Interlude, kind of the same way that Interlude has that oregano twist at the top. I don't know why it's just brain freeze. I've shown this off a few times, but it's certainly worth showing again. Let me get out of here and go. Yeah, this is from another one from the house of Guerlain, and this is a unicorn amongst unicorns, and I couldn't be happier to have this. This is Guerlain's Vetiver Port L, and in my opinion, I'll just kind of show that off one more time. It's got the poofer spray, but I've kind of decanted it into like just a regular decanter. There's these I've heard horror stories about these poofer sprays that you know they kind of promote not promote what's the word they kind of they evaporate basically. They don't they're not as sealed as a cap or an atomizer. But this vetiver Port L is just amazing. It's one of the best vetivers I've ever come across. Let's go. Let's see. Vetiver was put out in 2004. I've gotten different readings on when it was put out. I don't know if it was re-released. I keep hearing 2005, 2007, but it says here on Perfumo 2004. So we'll go with that. Um, it's kind of a simple thing. Bergamot and orange blossom in the top. Um, Vetiver, honeysuckle, and nutmeg in the mid, and tonka bean in the base. Um, the nutmeg it's a beautiful spiciness. The bergamot is green, almost limey, and the tonka bean puts just a nice subtle sweetness to it. But that vetiver in the dry down gets a little bit smoky. I don't know what kind of vetiver they're using, but there's a in the dry down there's a wafting of smokiness that comes off it. Such a unique vetiver. I'm so happy to have that. I couldn't be happier to have that in the collection. So okay, I'm just gonna speed through these last couple because these last couple are kind of just cheapies that I've always meant to put in the collection. Um, a couple of Tommy Bahamas, couple of John Barbadoses. I don't know how to tell you guys about these. This is something I had in the collection, and then I don't know if I gave it away or if I used it all. But this is John Barbados Oud, and yeah, I don't have to tell you guys too much. I mean, is there any Oud in it? Unlikely. Is the cap ever stay on? No. Kind of a cool bottle though. But it's just a it's just a solid cheapy oud fragrance that smells good. It's it's whatever. When you're not feeling bougie. And this one is John Barbados, Nick Jonas. Now, I've always heard horror stories about this one, and I was expecting it to be terrible. And it's not the best fragrance in my collection, but it's not bad. It's really not that bad. I thought it was going to be a like a total shit show, but it's not. It's not that bad. It's kind of sweet, kind of dark fruits, saffrony. It's nice. It's nice. It's not. It's not setting the world on fire, but I didn't expect it to, and certainly not at the price that I got it for. Um, I had a bunch of Tommy Bahamas in my collection years ago, and then I don't know what happened through a move, or maybe I gave them to my nephew. I don't know, but um, I got these from a friend for just about free. Um, these are some of my favorites from the house: Saint Bart's, Tommy Bahama, Saint Mark and Martinique. These are two of the better ones from the house, I think. Very cool. I'm still getting to know Very Cool, so I can't really comment on it. And this one's Saint Kitts. Saint Kitts is an acquired taste too. It's kind of a fruity watermelon, musky fragrance. It's different, certainly different. What else we got? Got this one for peanuts, really. This is L'Homme Jour DC, and I have some from this house, and I'm a fan of Issey Miyake. But this one, if I'm honest, see, I have what do I have? I have Noir Ombre or Ombre Noir, and I have the Or Encens or whatever that one is, the incense one. This is this is a cheapie, like you get it at Ross if you were in high school. This hits the spot, but otherwise, I don't know. I don't know what I expected from it, but it certainly didn't deliver anything surprising. you know. Um, what else? I got. I think that's. I got these two. Got these two, and I've always been curious about this house. Um, and I'm on the fence. I only sprayed them both once. This is Commodity Vetiver and Commodity Leather. The leather is really light and airy. I haven't gotten a fix on it yet. I only sprayed it once. So, and this vetiver is the same way, kind of very light and airy, kind of nondescript. But that's just on, first spray. So I'll hold, we'll we'll hold out on calling that anything yet till I get to know it better. Um, I think that's it. I think that's everything. We didn't run super long, did we? Well, it is what it is. I hope you enjoyed this. As usual, if there's anything you can teach me about any of this stuff, any new directions you can point me in, anything you could spin me off of, some of these older, obscure flankers, drop it in the comments. I always look forward to the interaction in the comments. Y'all stay grateful. Peace.